Want an American car? No, the S10.
Yeah, I had an S10. But anyways, what's up, everybody? We are the Turn 2 commentators. I'm Blake. That is Levi.
You already started?
We're bringing you a Bristol preview. We're live.
Preview.
Well, sorry, recap.
Deja fucking food.
We're bringing you a recap live. Well, for us live, maybe not for y'all live, but y'all could help us out to do that. Get us 50 subscribers on YouTube, and then we'll go live.
What gift you gonna give them? A $10 gift card to Waffle House? Yeah, I will take that. Can you get an All-Star with that?
No. No, you can't.
Guess 2 hash brown grits with cheese. I guess that's all you can get with that. Water.
Yeah. You ain't getting no orange juice or anything like that.
One question before we get into this. The best Bristol race ever. Have you ever went to a Waffle House and they seated you and your booth was already clean? Like
No.
they didn't have to come and clean it?
No, they've always had to wipe it down.
How many times did they clean that rag they wiped the tables with? Like, I want to know what the water looks like.
They just probably dipped it in some dish soap and called it a day. That rag's probably been used for the last 3 months.
Yeah. I keep looking at that like, first of all, where you get that rag from? And 2, why is it black? But that's the same rag they use to wipe the grill.
Yep. They wipe everything. They wipe the bathrooms with that rag.
Cause I think last thing, drunk going to Waffle House or just going to Waffle House in the middle of the day?
Oh, you gotta be intoxicated going to Waffle House.
Intoxicated. You sound like you're from Arkansas.
I mean, it's a different feeling. The food is like 10 times better.
Oh yeah, I think being drunk or out of your mind makes a lot of things taste better. You eat more food, or damn, I can go for some hash browns. But this race, what did they have? Like 213 lead changes, had tire strategy, had a lot, right?
It had it all. You name it, it had it. And AKA, it had nothing.
Every time something happens with a race, and I believe I know what Denny Hamlin is going to say and what side he's going to be on, he always be on the opposite side.
You never know what Denny Hamlin's going to say.
I don't know. He said, I don't know if he's a driver guy or a company guy. He's an Aaron Rodgers in NASCAR.
Yes, he is.
I guess
this weekend was pretty lackluster all the way around. We ain't pausing. Yeah, we ain't pausing or starting over. We're in this.
Sorry, the Giants hit a home run.
No, they didn't.
No. I have alerts for ESPN.
It sounded like somebody was calling you.
Someone's calling me earlier, yeah. But there's at one point where I knew exactly when Larson was going to dominate, and I almost rolled my eyes. It was when Larry McReynolds was talking about the tire temperature is 91 on the one side and 100 on the other side. And they said, oh, look, Kyle Larson just drove off. He drove off, 2 laps, but almost 3 seconds on it. I was like, wait a minute. It's going to be one of those? And let me see the first pit cycle. Nope, it's the same. The only way you were ever going to get in front of Kyle Larson was if a caution came out and you blocked him in his pit box.
Yeah. I mean, me and you and a bunch of other people saw the same exact race in the fall of last year. It was the same thing.
When you, let's say, go back to when you're like 12, 15 years old, if I would have told you someone's going to lead over 400 laps at Bristol, what are you going to say?
No way. I wouldn't believe it. I mean, what they said, he's led a combined the last 2 races like 800 something out of 1,000 laps.
You know how that feels, though. You know it. You had that same Kyle Larson feeling, you know what I'm about to say? When you're playing a NASCAR game and you're in first and just way ahead. Oh, dang, everyone else is 3 laps down.
Yeah.
He was probably playing music. He was probably like trying to make an inside bet with himself. If every 5 laps I got to pass more cars.
Yeah. Let me pass these people. They didn't hit another home run.
They did not hit another home run. That's actual text message. But
That's a
no,
long text message.
I did that sound, so I know it's a text message.
Mm.
You can actually customize that. But
yeah, I know.
when
You
he
can
was
do custom vibrations.
When he was up there, it's like, I don't know. Is there anyone who? Because you know what somebody's going to pick. It's almost like I don't know how you had to defeat him because every time he was going to pit, he had a new set of tires there.
Yeah.
How many sets of tires do you think the teams left with and they didn't use?
Probably like 5 or 6.
I don't understand it. I mean, do you think if he would have won, wow, I can't believe we don't have that anymore. If we didn't have stages, because it's no branding. How many cautions were there? 2.
You had 1 natural caution with SVG.
So I mean,
and then if you want to count the stage breaks as cautions,
this thing back. Okay, take this race and think back when we were younger, and you had no stages, and you had a bunch of tire wear.
I mean, you would have definitely had some strategy involved.
No, I'm saying that race versus this type of race. Like no stages. Which one do you think is harder to do?
Same car?
Yeah, same car.
I think it almost play out the same because this car
with extreme tire wear.
What did we do to get extreme tire wear?
There's only one way you can do that, and you can't do that. One, for the tracks where it's like this, because only certain tracks that are like this land on when it's colder. But then
I did think about that. I like how you were saying that. What if because obviously the tire wear was affected by the weather. Everyone, Saturday it was 40 something degrees and they were wearing out. Sunday it was in the 60s. Track temp was around 100. What if they moved Bristol to like the 3rd or 4th week? It'll be cold. It's still cold. It'd be February, March.
Make Bristol the second race.
That'd be crazy going to Daytona, from Daytona to Bristol.
Because which one you get more excited about, Daytona to Bristol or Daytona to Phoenix?
Daytona to Bristol would be nice.
Daytona, because I mean, some people firing at the motorhome. We're gonna go to both of them. How many people you think firing at the motorhome for Bristol than Phoenix?
Probably 4 people.
and I'm gonna involve haulers in that. I don't know. Cause look, you can go from Bowman Gray to Daytona to Bristol.
Yeah.
And then you know what? I'm just gonna say it. Go to Rockingham right after that.
I hope the trucks and Xfinity put on a good show at Rockingham this weekend. So
I know it's high banking, right? So I don't know if I remember as a kid. Was anyone doing in Tyler Reddick, Kyle Larson side, high side?
Casey came.
That. Oh, okay. If I remember right, Rockingham is only gonna be on the far bottom, almost like a Michigan or a California.
Yeah.
In a game, would you go to bottom or the high?
I barely remember running Rockingham on the game.
I remember that a little bit. So, do you think the trucks or Xfinity going to put on a better race?
Probably Xfinity.
Or the trucks can be at night?
I think it starts at 5. So
that would be
it's a weird start time. They're starting at 5.
5?
Does Rockingham have lights?
Because I was trying to think, have they ever had a night race? If they're bringing them, if they have to restore it, I know someone had to ask a question you had. Do we need to put lights?
Oh, hang on, I'm looking it up. Rockingham is equipped with lighting suitable for night events.
That'd be a good NASCAR race for a Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night. Yeah, that'd be great. But back to Bristol, very lackluster. The truck race was low key boring. If it wasn't for Kyle Larson potentially going for the sweep, it probably would have been even more boring.
You know how it was boring because I'm trying to think of all the things I can talk about the race, and I'm like, I'm running out of subject.
Exactly. The Xfinity race, even though I didn't really watch it, was out doing wife stuff with crafting events. Didn't watch that, but I saw Larson pretty much stunk up the show and dominated it just like he did on Sunday.
You want to know how I know? I know I keep finding this tire thing. The exact same thing. Where did Kyle Larson start? Fifth?
Yeah, top 5.
The F1 race was the exact same way, but it had tire wear because Piastri led. He started first and led every lap. But it was one of the best races. That's what I wanted at Bristol. So for me, Kyle Larson would have dominated the race, led at the same amount of laps. But they said it was over 2,000 passes for the rest of the field. Everyone's racing. Because where were you supposed to go on the track to see anything? Only time you got excited is when Larson got into traffic, and they kept saying that Denny Hamlin's right there. He kept pulling away.
Yeah, never could get to him.
Larson was acting like Denny Hamlin was like someone trying to steal from him. Because every time Denny Hamlin came in, he would dart in between 3 cars.
I don't know. There's a lot of talk of tire wear or the car or the horsepower, or is Kyle Larson and Cliff Daniels just that good at Bristol? I mean,
you know what I would want to see? The competition, but on the same HMS team. Whatever relationship Kyle Larson has with Cliff Daniels, then put Jimmy Johnson and Chad Canals. I want to see who's going to out-strategy the other.
That'd be, and they have the stage break, so it's not like they're just going to, because you could have honestly, they could have ran that whole race with a green flag.
Because I'm thinking about if you're at Bristol, and like imagine I was a driver, Ryan Blaney, and Larson's going to take the outside. We're going on pit road. He's always coming off first. Only way for me to pass him is for me to run him up in the wall and restart.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't, because as soon as the green flag drops, he's already a car ahead of me, so I'm just following.
And I remember growing up, there's a lot of people mad about the race.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm not either, because I remember growing up and watching people dominate races.
Who back then? Who were you going to pick over Jimmy Johnson at what they used to call the Bristol Motor Speedway? I don't care what time of day it is.
It meant maybe Jeff Gordon.
And you're still questioning it. Jimmy Johnson at Charlotte Motor Speedway is like Tiger Woods in his prime. You taking Tiger or the field?
Right. I mean, I just
like that Martin Truex at Charlotte, where I keep thinking he led every lap, but he didn't.
And everyone's mad. Like, eventually a high lane formed there, but back in the day, Bristol was a 1-lane track. You had to move people to get by. Man, you're really popular or not.
As a driver, would you rather have a close race where the people right on your butt, or would you want to have like only way you will be in second is if you miss a turn and hit the wall?
If it's me and I just am competitive, I want to dominate.
No matter if our pit crew goes,
I don't want to fall to second.
I don't know.
That brings me to my next point. Kyle Larson was on Kevin Harvick's show, or a segment of his show, and they were asking him about why has he been going under the Xfinity. And he basically said he wants to dominate and kind of humble these kids that think they're, they're big shots and can run with Cup guys. And he wants to go down there and smash them and put 10-second leads on them
And
to show them what's up.
If I'm Xfinity driver, I'm calling him. I'm personally calling him out on social media. Come on down here. We already know you think you don't have the best car. Come on down here.
See, this is all kind of giving me some deja vu from when Kyle Busch was doing it, and Kevin Harvick was putting bounties on Kyle Busch that somebody needs to go down there and beat him in the truck race.
Oh, they were getting paid extra money.
Yeah, Kevin Harvick was throwing out 25 G's for somebody to go beat Kyle Busch.
Who has the best Xfinity car right now? Like, if you can be trained and take over their car, who you feel confident you can win the championship with their car?
Is this a full-time team?
You would be the driver. You got all the training. What car would you choose?
That 17 car. Is that eligible?
Oh, besides the 17 car?
Probably that 7 car right now.
The 7 car.
If
Prime Kyle Busch and Xfinity came down, he said exactly what he said. But you have the same driving skills as Allgaier. What would your reply be to Kyle Busch if he said that about you?
Okay, that's cute. Come on.
I want that because if he's behind me,
I'd be like, hey, come down to Rockingham. We don't get the weekend off, but y'all do. Come on down.
I don't want it. Well, no, I mean, they're just trying to learn and train.
All I know is if Kyle Busch would have said that, people would have been raising hell. But now that Kyle Larson said it, oh my God, dude.
Forks outside. They would have tried to brought charges against him. Because if I told you Kyle Busch is coming down in whatever number Xfinity car in 2013 at a mile and a half, who you putting your next mortgage payment on?
Kyle Busch.
It doesn't matter what type of track it was. It doesn't matter. The closest we got to it of a driver acting like that, honestly, the most exciting driver in any series the last 5 years is Ty Gibbs when he won a championship. Because that's when you saw rivalries. Adrian Allmendinger, I think, had like 28 top 10s, but he wasn't in the final 4.
Yeah.
Just thinking about the storyline if Gragson would have got to Ty Gibbs.
I mean, I was going to say, Noah Gragson, I mean, what he had, him and Ty Gibbs, had 8 wins apiece?
Yeah, it's like Ty Gibbs may win 4 in a row. Then Noah Gragson, that time he won 4 in a row. And you just didn't know who it was going to be. I think you don't really need parity for the entire standings, but if you got like the top 5, just if this person wins this week, they take it. If that person wins that week, they take it.
Right.
Like you want to see the best compete. Yes, not you want to see the 28th guy driving just like the second guy.
Right.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. What could they do to change it? I mean, they did change it, but people complain. Bristol dirt.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have this issue when there was dirt on the track.
Was the tire fall off? I mean, would you? If they said they have an option, keep this race like this or bring back Bristol dirt.
Let's bring back Bristol dirt, or go to go do something else.
What track would you like? What if they did Richmond with dirt?
Ew. I don't know about that.
Probably a long track for dirt, but I'm saying just that would pique your interest.
Oh, it definitely would. I'd be like, I gotta watch that.
I don't know how you do that. First of all, that's a lot of dirt. And what company you hiring to come pick up the dirt? But I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to think about the race because I don't think this race literally has nothing for the playoffs except for someone wins. This race doesn't do anything. Is it in the
Right.
playoffs? Yes,
Yeah.
it's in the playoffs, right? But there's nothing for the winner. I mean, this is the nothing race for me.
Yeah. And
It's not. It's a domination, but it's boring. But would you? Okay, what Gary Easter said. Would you rather watch this race again in its entirety in the couch, no commercials, or watch a 2016 Pocono race?
I'd probably choose this one.
Exactly. So
But
overall,
we almost,
honestly,
we almost
I
had
give
back to
this
back
race an eight.
weeks. We almost had back to back weeks. If you think about it, that strategy saved in the Kyle Larson incident saved that Darlington race because William Byron should have won that race.
Do you think you brought up something earlier? Do you think that if they cut the fuel cells in half, honestly, I kind of see why they had the bigger fuel cells now. Before I was about to say that, preserve. We're not going hybrid, so we have a bigger fuel cell. We don't have to use as much gas instead of refueling. But I was going to say, what if they cut the fuel cells in half?
I
Okay,
mean,
if cut the fuel cells in half and shorten the race by 20, all races by 25%, except for
the fuel window was at what 170 to 190 laps.
Are you allowed to have a smaller fuel cell or a bigger one, depending on the track, or it's the same for every track?
I think it's the same. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe they make it smaller for smaller tracks.
What if NASCAR they kept the same tire, but they did F1 where they had three different tire compounds. You had to switch a compound. So hard, soft, and medium. What if NASCAR had that? With the same tire that they got now?
I mean,
It's just that
they've been
you change the tire.
experimenting with the option tire.
I think they need to have one more drastic one that wears quick, and then it should be like maybe 3 to 5 second drop off for each tire.
Yeah.
But of course, a hard tire will last longer.
Yeah.
Just like that, because I mean, which one would be more entertaining? F1 with stages or NASCAR without stages?
Ooh.
Like that, one or the other.
I don't know how I feel about F1 with stages.
They'll make that first turn crazy.
Yeah, it would.
Because
It definitely would.
They're having an argument now where some of the people in FIA kind of want NASCAR to quote unquote go F1 to go like NASCAR with mandatory pit stops. And I'm thinking, besides the stages, is there anything else in NASCAR that they did over the last couple of years to mandate something that's not natural? So is it just the stages?
Yeah.
What car is better, this car or the last gen car?
I still think this one's better. That last one was, I don't know, something about that last one.
I'll take this one because, one, the damage. Some of the wrecks you see, the small ones, put it in the car in 2009, I think it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like,
see, this race is so boring. We're like,
yeah, I don't even have really much to say about it. Kyle Larson led 400 plus laps. Like,
I feel like if
really
you start at
interesting.
28th, you're gonna be back there. You can't pass.
Nothing really happened. SVG spun out. No, there was no drama. There was no controversy.
It
There
made
was
me
just
have
nothing.
a lot more respect for Cole Custer because that car he's driving is slow. He was just riding around. If he would have had Alice Bowman had a down the cylinder, that thing would be running 29 second laps.
Oh, well, I guess speaking of that, we can go right into our picks that we had.
Oh, this is the first time you like jumping on like the picks because you won.
I did win.
When Alice Bowman, his crew chief came over, oh, he's going down. Like, are you serious? I'm gonna lose because of this.
Hang on. Um, well, it seems my daughter has ran away with the pen.
She's already doing that.
Yeah, I don't know where the pen went. What in the world?
Okay. She went to Dallas too. Okay, she's gonna do.
All right, I got one. So Bristol picks. I was going. You chose. Who'd you choose again? Michael McDowell, and I
I was
chose
lied to.
Joey Logano.
I was lied
Now,
to. They said the tires were gonna fall off. Some fierce.
well, I think we were all lied to, but I had
Mike
Joey
McDowell.
Logano. I took the dub. That brings it to 6-3. Levi's still winning, but we are obviously going into a bye week, so
That it's gonna be really interesting who we choose for that Talladega race
because it's
because
going to Talladega.
you're down by 3. You don't want to use. I know who you're gonna use between 2 drivers. You want to play it safe, but you don't want to lose a big guy. You ain't gonna choose Ryan Blaney. You may choose. You may take an L that one. You know what? You may say, "I'm gonna take Cody."
I've already chose Cody Ware.
You gonna probably take Goldcuster
Oh no!
because look, that's a throw. If you choose William Byron, he may wreck.
I've already chose William Byron.
Or a top driver, Ryan Blaney or something. He already chose. Did you already choose Ryan Blaney?
No,
Are you sure? You better check that. I think you did.
I'm looking right at it. I've chose Martin Truex Jr., Todd Gilliland, Connor Zillett, Cody Ware, Kyle Busch, Daniel Suarez, William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano.
You already used Joey. Did you choose Joey at Phoenix? I feel like that was one of those races.
I chose Cody Ware at Phoenix.
Did I choose Josh Berry in any of these races?
No, we have neither of us have used Josh Berry.
So we need you pick first next week, so that actually works out for me.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you heard some news about the tournament? Besides me bringing it up.
Oh well, it was just NBC posting their tournament from last year, the tournament that didn't count that Denny Hamlin came up with.
Who's supplying this $1 million? NASCAR.
I would assume NASCAR.
Let me see them books NASCAR. That's what I want to see.
I mean, they obviously got $1 million to throw out there. So
if they say it's not $1 million, it's for $30 million, how would teams approach that? $30 million for a 1-month tournament.
That's almost a charter price. Put a charter up for.
Hey, look, what did they say that one free charter, the winner takes a charter for free? And what if they start doing is each year they auction one of the charters that they have?
That'd be nice.
How much cheating you think gonna be going on?
Oh, all of it.
Rick Kendrick's like, and Jeff Gordon's like, to make it lean like
I would
legit, we'll take 3 out of the 4.
I would say Rick Hendrick and Joe Gibbs are not eligible.
Then Penske were like, look, Cindric, just don't wreck. Don't weigh us down.
So should we now let me ask you this, because we can decide this right now. Since we're off this weekend, I mean there is Trucks and Xfinity. Do we go ahead and lock in our Dega picks? Because I would say maybe let's
this
not
week?
do it. Yeah. And we just don't do a NASCAR show next week. We'll still do our, our sports show, which is going to be in a couple of days, but we'll still do that one. Next week we'll just do one show, and then we'll just recap Xfinity and trucks at Rockingham.
I'm deciding my driver.
Okay. I have my driver.
Dang, you must have been sitting there for a minute.
No, I
You
just
take,
actually just
who you
thought
gonna
about
take the
it.
reincarnation of Wally Dallin back?
Yeah. I actually just thought about who I'm choosing.
You get to go first, Bobby.
Yeah, I do get to go first. I am choosing Ross Chastain.
You're choosing Ross Chastain.
Mm-hmm.
Going. Can you tell me who I use?
You have chose Ty Dillon, Ryan Preece, Eric Jones, Carson Hocevar, Catherine Legg, Noah Gregson, Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, and Michael McDowell.
Can you see? Is it too early to see who's in that race?
Yeah.
Now, could I give you two drivers? If the first one is not in the race, since we're not gonna do an NASCAR podcast next week, if that car's not in the race, he automatically gets crossed out. But I get to go with my second pick.
Who are you going to choose? Corey LaJoie?
Austin Hill.
Oh. Wonder if I can look it up real quick and just see if there's anything out there. Let's see. Let's see if there's like a deal or something lined up for him. Oh, he's close. He's running the October Talladega. He's got 5 starts. He's got Darlington. He's racing at Chicago Street Course. He's doing Daytona. He's doing Bristol Night, and then the October Talladega.
Yeah, because I was so surprised when I saw Jesse Love in 33 this week.
Oh, yeah, I was too.
He did get to begin the race, okay, so, but only if he's in the race. I'm going to go with Austin Dillon.
You've already chose Austin Dillon.
I was hoping you did. Thank you. It's just hard. Going Larson.
Whoa, you're going Larson?
Yeah.
You're going Larson for Talladega.
Yep. He's going to be a good luck charm. Because look, he
So
just
you're
has to
throwing
be.
Away Kyle Larson with all these tracks. You still got 16 more races, 17 more races.
Predict how I'm going to pick all these races. I would be one of the only people doing this little tournament that would still have Kyle Larson available that I didn't use before the playoffs. Still not seem like that type of person.
So I'm writing it down, locking it in.
Lock it.
Okay. Kyle Larson to finish better than Ross Chastain at Talladega. We'll see how that plays out.
Because if I win, I just chose Larson. And if I lose, all he has to do is finish ahead of him. If I win, I go up to 7-3.
Because then after that, you got Texas, Kansas, and North Wilkesboro, then Charlotte.
Yep. I got plenty of other drivers I can choose.
Okay.
Because you have to start using your heavy hitters. If I get to 7-3, you ain't going to be able to use Catherine Legg if she's in the next race. You're like, I need to catch up.
I know where I'm choosing Larson, so.
Have them. What's going to let us know how this is going to go is a road course when they start coming up. Because who are you going to choose? I know you're probably saving SVG for a road course.
I got SVG.
But AJ Allmendinger.
I got AJ Allmendinger.
William Byron. You already used Kyle Busch. Did we both use Kyle Busch?
Yeah, we have both used Kyle Busch.
Have we chose Blaney?
I have not chosen Blaney. You have.
So I use Blaney and Larson.
You've used. I'll run down your list again. Ty Dillon, Ryan Preece, Eric Jones, Carson Hocevar, Catherine Legg, Noah Gregson, Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell, and now Kyle Larson.
Okay, I can still pick that whole team over there. I haven't used Denny. I haven't used Christopher Bell.
I haven't used any of them either.
I can rattle them off. It's going to have to get to the point where I choose Cole Custer. The only way I'm going to choose that is that's going to be at a super speedway. I don't trust the speed in his car.
So you're choosing him you're choosing him at Daytona.
I may choose him for a road course. That'd be his chance.
All right. Well, it's locked in. I got Ross. You got Kyle Larson. So
if NASCAR came to you and said, we want to have 7 road course races the next year, and you choose the 7 tracks, lights will be an option at any of these tracks if you want it.
Okay. First off, then, if that's the case, lights, Road Atlanta.
You probably go to that.
Yes, I would.
Road Atlanta.
Road America. I love that track.
That's 2.
Obviously, Sonoma, Watkins Glen.
Sears Point and Watkins Glen, yeah.
That's 4. Coda, 5.
You can have 6 NASCAR tracks and then 1. Oh, they're going there. Track. All tracks are available.
I was going to say Mexico and Canada, 6 and 7.
Okay. I'm gonna have to admit one of the ones you brought up. I'm going to say Sears Point, Watkins Glen with light. Both races with lights.
So you're going Watkins Glen twice?
No. I'm saying Watkins Glen with lights and Sears Point with lights.
I don't think they have lights at Sonoma.
Okay, yeah, regular race.
Also, why don't we go there this time of the year? Kyle Larson was just there, and it was all green.
They tried to do that last year, but it wasn't green.
He posted a picture there. I guess he was there last week or something, doing something, and everything was just green and beautiful. And then when we go there, it's just dirt.
Yeah, yeah. So Watkins Glen with lights. I'm doing Sears Point. I'm doing the Daytona 24-hour road course. Course under lights. And I'm making it longer. When you left off that race, I'll do Canada for sure. That's one of my favorite road course tracks. Also, I'll do the Homestead road course.
Never even seen that.
Oh yeah, it's in the Forza game. It's I think it adds like 30 seconds to your lap.
Dang.
Then I do what's that road course? I'm doing Chicago Street Course, but
I did forget about that one too.
I was gonna say Portland, but I don't know how NASCAR would do out there, and I did leave out Coda. I would choose the Phoenix road course, but I think that's too small for them.
I think they need to go back to Road America. They drew a good crowd there.
Would you go to Road America for the 4th of July? What if it alternated with
well, I was going to say that's what got replaced. Chicago replaced it.
Would you bring back Chicagoland?
Yes.
What race would you take out for Chicagoland?
Bristol. A Bristol race. I just like seeing different tracks. I just don't like sometimes. I mean, granted, my home track has 2 races. I know some tracks do need 2 races, but I don't think every track needs 2 races.
I know a track they should go to. You'll laugh when I say this: the Red Bull Ring. Which one is it bigger than Bowman Gray?
That crowd at Bristol was pathetic. We didn't even bring that up. That was pathetic.
Yeah, when we went, it was packed.
You make it one race, Make it one race. Make it the night race. It'll sell out.
Imagine it said the Georgia Bulldogs only have one home game. Imagine how packed one home.
That'd be a hard ticket to get.
I think if you had that ticket, you're contemplating selling it because you get to make your money off of it.
Yeah.
What if it's a 50-yard line ticket? What's another track they can't do it because of electricity, because it take power from the town. Like I said, Talladega at night.
What about Kentucky? Go back to Kentucky.
Oh, that's right. They don't even go back to the schedule. Wow. Kentucky.
I mean, we haven't seen this car on Kentucky. I mean, it might be good.
Will you have it at Kentucky or Nashville Fairgrounds?
Now, if they brought the fairgrounds back, that'd be cool. But, I mean, the short track package sucks. Maybe let Xfinity go there.
What about Cup going to, what's that track outside of the Indy?
IRP.
What about Cup going to IRP?
There's no tire fall off.
There's one track that has to do like Iowa. How many times does Cup go there?
They go to Iowa. Aren't they going to Iowa this year?
I think
Iowa's in the playoffs.
Iowa, let's just say Iowa or what's the other track like it? Iowa or Richmond, what track is better?
No, Iowa's not in the playoffs. Are we not going back to? Hang on. Texas, Kansas, Talladega, Texas, Kansas, North Wilkesboro, Charlotte, Nashville, Michigan, Mexico, Pocono, Atlanta, Chicago Street Course, Sonoma, Dover, Indy. Oh, okay. It's in August. It's right after Indy Brickyard, Iowa is.
Okay. She gonna do
and they're only doing one Richmond race.
Is it the night race or day race?
It is. It's a night race, 7:30 on a Saturday night.
Would you rather watch this race again or watch a 500 lap race at New Hampshire?
I'd rather watch this race again.
New Hampshire is boring. New Hampshire just a wider Martinsville. Like, I'm not a big fan of Martinsville. But, so, who did you choose again?
Ross Chastain.
I chose Kyle Larson. Maybe he's a good look charm.
Are you confident? Right. I was going to say, are you confident with that pick?
I'm 100% confident in that pick.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
Are you more confident that Russell's team would do better than Kyle Larson?
Yeah.
So if you see Kyle Larson, thank you, Mr. A.
If Kyle Larson somehow wins that race, I'm going to say they're rigging that car. They need to take that thing to the R&D center.
Kyle Larson dominating. Well, it depends on what package they bring. So if they say we're bringing 1,000 horsepower to Talladega, are you confident? 1,000 horsepower.
I'm still confident. I'm still confident.
1,000 horsepower and tire fall off at Talladega. How does that race go? And it's cloudy. But they're bringing a tandem package.
Oh God.
So would you rather have, they ask you want to have a tandem package with no stages, or would you take the save fuel with stages?
Probably the tandem.
Like, do you think drivers now are like, oh, we got to break and relax? They weren't relaxing in the other race. They were going full throttle the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm just real quick, but we got to get off. What do you think Richard Petty or Cal Yarborough still alive would be saying about drivers complaining about not long races? How did they drink water back then? I know they had a jug of water in the passenger seat.
Yep.
And how were the drivers driving with no gloves? Imagine
they were just built different.
Hands. What was going through your head at that super speedway? What was going through Jeff Warren's mind on a super speedway or a rookie being thrown in that race. I got it. Throw you in a cup car, a mid-tier cup car, and a 2002 Daytona 500, or send you in Monaco. Which one would be harder?
Oh.
You had no practice in the F1 car or the cup car. No qualifying. You just getting straight into it. And you can't just lie back in the cup car. They gonna put you in the middle of the pack. You're starting second.
I'm not too confident.
I think I'm more afraid of that NASCAR race. I'm starting second, then the trip for me to go from second to last will be violent.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I think that's it for me on a NASCAR.
At a NASCAR, the last thing I forgot is the big news that happened. There was sightings of there was a helmet for a foundation for dementia patients for a legendary F1 driver's wife that he made. All 20 former F1 champions who are alive signed it, but they're talking about the signature that's on there. One of them, Michael Schumacher. No one's seen, no one's heard anything since he almost died 13 years ago. He signed it. So that because people want to, it's almost like if Dale Sr. got in that wreck, but he survived, but you never heard or saw him from again.
Yeah, never saw him again.
Would that make Dale Sr.'s legend grow up?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's all I got. That was the news I saw yesterday.
All right. Well,
spent half this night on the Bristol race. Boring race.
Yeah, it's pretty boring. Well, we'll be back on here in a couple nights, a couple days, whatever. We're going to be talking a little bit more exciting stuff, baseball, football.
We may go live with the draft.
Yes, we are thinking about, for those who listen or watch NFL and are good, like football, we're probably going to do a live react to the draft in a couple weeks.
TikTok?
Yeah, probably on TikTok. So y'all tune in there. We'll make some posts about it. Keep liking, subscribing, sharing this everywhere. When y'all see me post it, y'all share it. I don't care who sees it. Share it. And that means you too. You share it too. You don't ever share these things.
I got you.
Exactly. Yeah, I got to call you out a little bit.
I'm doing that networking from the outside.
Where's it at?
It's coming slowly but surely. What did Gary Vee say? Post one video each week or a day. Keep doing it. Then it's going to blow up.
Well, that's what we're doing. So thanks for listening. We'll be back in a couple days. Later.